Good evening, I'm elderb. Couple seconds off there on the intro, but here we are. We're back to DayZ after 2 consecutive Saturdays of attempting to get back into Project Zomboid. Well, I think we've put that one to bed, at least for us. Great game, 150 hours well spent, well worth the money. I encourage those that are looking at it to give it a shot, but I think I've seen everything that I care to jump back into for that. For the time being, anyway. We'll see. Anyway, on to tonight. We're heading back into DayZ. I haven't played DayZ in several weeks now. Not sure exactly when, but certainly before the new computer and before the new headset. So both of those things will be interesting to give it a whirl. We're jumping back into Deadfall. Server is about half full. Um, it's up in the air whether I'm going to work tomorrow or not. And I don't mean that like I'm going to ditch. I mean, I don't know if I'll be called in or not. So I'll be checking that intermittently. We might end stream shortly. We're starting fresh. We had logged in just to make sure recording stuff was set up properly earlier. But yeah, I'm booting up right now. We'll get to that very shortly here. Start a new Deadfall adventure. We'll see how far we can get. If there's a good natural stopping point or work has reared its ugly head, then we'll end stream a little early tonight. But if not, we'll keep on trucking. Tea of the evening is Earl Grey. It's time for DayZ. Okay, for me, even there wasn't any sound there for a second. I know the menu. I guess it's music, ambient sound effects. Weren't a whole lot there, but I'm gonna check sound levels here too when we run around and get back in here. Yeah, because even for me, it's quite quiet. Like I said, it'll take me a couple minutes to get used to the new computer. It's just a lot smoother is all. Playing on the laptop for so long, you get used to like stuttering and frame drops and all sorts of nonsense. Yeah, everything. Maybe my headset is turned down. That's a little better, but. So this server is not necessarily very high pop at this time of night. It's the same server we had kind of played a couple times for the series, but I like that. I'd prefer to get through, like, up to the passage. I'd like to run into people, you know, to get in some fights, restart, so on and so forth. But passage onward, I kind of don't care for any PvP. I think the map itself lends to it being difficult enough. I saw it there for a second, there we go. That people just complicates it. You know, you don't need that much of a challenge on this map anyway. Now, on this server, it is a little easier than the one that Morgan and I usually play on. Speaking of this server, this is the one that Morgan and I just recently made it all the way through. We ended up throwing the maker. We had it expended all the ammo and then chucked it. And then, yeah, ended up not being prepared to come out the other side on the passage. So we didn't make it, but we made it through. We considered it a win. But to return to the more difficult server, I think is going to be our ultimate end game when we can determine, yeah, now we've completed Deadfall. Like we've air quotes completed it at this point. Okay, get up inside that picnic table. Do you have a battery? You do not. Yeah, already a crazy good start here. I don't remember picking up 2 batteries, but okay. Oh, I just did. I don't remember what happened 3 seconds ago. Even have some boots. I was gonna say I hear yelling at me. Oh, it's hiking. Okay, I thought she had a better backpack. Yeah, this is much quicker than going around that way, right? Yeah, even the starting areas on this server, like how much stuff We just acquired knife, backpack, boots, batteries, rangefinder, longhorn. It's substantially easier, I'll say. I wouldn't even say it's like slightly easier. It's almost too easy. Almost. But the point is to enjoy the map, right? So like, it's hard to tell since this isn't a vanilla map too. Is this one harder, or easier rather, or is the other one harder? You know, there's not really a good baseline for custom maps. That's why I hate when people are like, I'm looking for a vanilla Namalsk. Like, what does that mean? I mean, if you spawn in and you see a rocket launcher, okay, sure, you don't have vanilla, but like technically that's not a thing. Some Shalties? Shalty sticks? ×2. The saltiest of sticks. I hear our friend. I think that was behind me, right? Okay. The directional audio is still going to take me a bit too. I think maybe that's why I thought it was quieter. I need to be looking at your guys' audio too when stuff like that happens. I do think it's going to be a little quiet. I think I'm going to turn it up for you. Hopefully the first time there's a gunshot we don't all poop our pants because it's super loud. Yeah, look at that. Like a knife. A second knife at the well. A touch too much. Just a touch. Maybe I have like the overall volume turned down for in-game volume, I'm not sure. Okay, like I said, server's half full. It's probably going to continue to get quieter based on time of evening. But I'd like to get us set up pretty well. Kind of set up well for a military side run for next week. And then, listen to me planning out a DayZ run. The week after, go through the passage. The week after, do the maze, so on and so forth. This dude right here, it kind of made me jump a little bit. We just came from that way, and all of a sudden he's just waddling over, staring at us. I don't really know how we hit him like in the side with that swing, but okay, let me turn up a little bit of volume for you guys. This might make some windows freak out and whatnot. That shouldn't be too drastic of a change. Get my little stuff back here. All right. It's funny the delay. I can see myself swinging on that zombie right now. All right, we didn't get shot in that brief time. Let's go. I even passed this sign earlier. Didn't bother to look at it. What we got? Cayuga? Cayuga. So we are in the southeast corner of the map. Depending on if this is the retreat spawn, it is. I think. Maybe. We'll see when we get up here. I'm not super stellar still at the spawn spots in the map. I know where we are and where we can head to for loot. Pick up some treasures. But other folks can just pop in and go, oh, I'm at this, we're going this way. People do that in Cherno too. I mean, I'm getting better at that on Cherno, but I would say I've got substantially more hours on this map than I do in that, which is funny. Yeah, this is the retreat. Okay. So we've got the town of Cayuga is this way, the farmer's market is that way, and then we'll end up going kind of past the retreat to Dave's Diner, and then up the hill for Dead Sword Redoubt. I think that's the plan. That is the plan. Okay, then we're not like fooded up by any means, but white coming up out of spawn areas is pretty big. And then south side, I think what we might do, depending on how well we luck out between Farmer's Market, Dave's, and Dead Sword is look at going across and going to prison. Because we're, 10 minutes in. So if we can get a little bit of goods to head over there, that'll set us up really well for kind of preparing for passage next week. There we go. Some glovies. What do we have? We have working, don't we? I don't remember what... Yeah, okay. I didn't remember if this was the jeans pants spawn or not. I certainly don't think we're behind anybody from our spawn, because based on what we got at spawn and even up here, decent enough goodies that that will be alright. Now, I haven't... Again, it's been weeks. PU scope. So I'm not even in the right mindset. I'm just like running in the area, scoping it out. I mean, that's kind of how I play anyway, but... We just got some... Our PU is pristine, right? Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's grab it. What if we SK and Mosin? And Eskiz. Smoky. Need a better jacket. I don't even know what the scope looks like on this. It's good to go. Well, it's not awesome, but I did ask and I did receive. I think there's more 7.62 in there. Yeah, like this, just like taking my sweet time, like no big deal. Don't rush, man, don't rush. You have all the time in the world to just like go through your stuff. Is that 308? I think it's 308. Why? Why do you do this to me? I hate tab looting too. Will you please lay down? Why are you not laying down? Oh, you know what? I haven't, do I need to rebind keys, I think? Yeah, I do. Okay. That might be a problem, so let me go jump in here real quick. I was trying to think of a situation where I would like have to lay down. And being held up, I think, is the only time. I guess if you see somebody run by and you don't want to draw attention. Okay, I'm going to give you the splash screen real quick. Let me verify that that actually works. It's been broken for a while for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't want to play nice. Sorry guys, bear with me. We're going to do hide the game for a second. Go play with my options for a second. Configure. I had swapped lean left and lean right also, which I think works pretty well. Where's the crouch? Prone. Prone. Change stance. Okay. Alright, this should bring you back. I need to change the cutting the sound also, but I'll do that later. Been looking at splash screens when we should be looking at gameplay enough already. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this new keyboard either. It came with a computer, and I was kind of like, whatever, I already have a keyboard. And the keyboard is smaller, which I thought was going to bother me, but I think what bothers me more than anything is the key click, which, you know, if I sit there and just kind of mash that down to annoy you guys with it, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. I guess it helps. It helps identify my emotions, though. You hear me frantically smashing keyboard keys inappropriately. Almost forgot what game I was playing. I still had the lights on in the room. That's not competitive at all. I was playing Rust today with the boys, and we were laughing about... Yesterday, we were laughing about having the music on. And it's so funny, like... You know, if you just want to play the game, and Rust admittedly has some pretty cool, like, atmospheric, I guess I'll call it, music. It's like, oh, that's not what the pros do. You can't have the game music on. Yeah, even seeing textures just kind of like slightly smoother. I didn't even alter any default settings for graphics or anything like that. Jumpsuit jacket. We'll do a little switcheroo. But just running by stuff, it looks a lot smoother. So me reacquiring my eyes for the textures in general in the game, let alone smoother textures. I don't think we ran by here. No, we must not have. We definitely did not. There's brews to be had. Oh, okay. I think we just made that happen, though. I should be a little more concerned about a zombie on the roof, but there's enough stuff here that I don't think it's been gone through anytime soon. Anytime recently, rather. They're pretty garbage as far as the loot spawn, though. That's the only time I think it would benefit if I were to tab loot. It's just stand there and like take little quarter turns to look around an area. Good pants. Got the cargos. Endgame pants, though, for me, at least on Deadfall, are firefighter pants. And then it just bleeds over from there. Like, even though they're not the best anywhere else, I'm like, oh, firefighter pants. Yeah, because I think Dave's is just up the road from that. I don't think that's Farmer's Market. I'm not sure. I mean, we have a map. We could check it, but... Let's be arrogant in our Deadfall map knowledge that we just verified wasn't accurate. Yeah, I think Farmer's Market is actually past Dave's Diner here. I think that's just a random side of the road bit. How many 308 shots did we end up picking up? 6. That's pretty big. Okay, we've got him there. There's usually a zombie out by the bus. So if that's still around, then we're probably pretty good. Yeah, okay. We are probably here by ourselves. Famous last. That's a "you are dead" screen waiting to happen. Hey, buddy. You know you're still interested in a game when it's been a while. Ooh, honey. Since you played, and I'm not saying a couple weeks is like, you know, a while, but it is for me. And like you're still, like killing a zombie is still an exciting thing. Cooking pot is big. Thanks, Dave's Diner. You rarely disappoint. I'm hyper fixating on the goodies and not paying attention. That was us. Yeah, we saw him peek at us there. Gotta love the one swing cut. Fantastic. Oh, okay. Not that that's overly exciting, but we have ammo for 2 different weapons. That's better than where we were sitting. Yeah, it's the difference in sounds for me is wild right now. This is my first exposure to open back headphones. So what used to be like really loud and echoey now is just kind of a clean, crisp, like not that loud. I'll be interested to see whenever we encounter somebody. I just probably won't be used to it, is the thing. Lows and shots. We got 3 different flavors of ammo now, that's good. Okay. That's the second time we've encountered a roofie, we'll call him. So maybe we're... Oh, that's... The timing isn't right on that. Assault boots, that's kind of crazy. That's an abnormal location for that. This is kind of what we were looking for with all our bolts. Now we can hush when we murder zombies. Okay, the only thing I'm not thrilled with... We do have honey, so I guess I can't complain too much. But I do wish we had some more yum yums. But let's honey up. We have the cooking pot too, so we can fill that at dead sword, so that's good. Like, look at all this awesome stuff we had. I wish we had more awesome stuff, even though we started 20 minutes ago. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Alright, so we'll go up to dead sword. I think what we'll do is get to the mine, head north, hit the barracks up there, and then maybe that military right before the crossing. I think that's the dam right there. We'll scope that out. We need a light source too. Yeah, that's gonna be a harder find. Maybe we'll go to the mine and actually hit the shacks on the way up to the barracks. Maybe we can find a head torch in there. Headlamp, head torch. Forehead flashlight. I was about to say, he's a hungry boy. Let's slap that down there. Alright. We'll jump in here and get the cooking pot sorted with all our delicious jams and jellies in it. I definitely need to turn down this brightness on my second screen. All the stream stuff is on the second screen. I look over there and my retinas burn out. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm going to play this cautious. I don't know if I've ever gone to check from the hill first to see if there's people in here. And then just tonight, I was like, oh, go scope it out. What, are you getting paid to do this? Just get in there and shoot somebody. Or vice versa. Okay, I was about to say that zombie just like disappeared. Okay, I kind of felt like I heard... Smooth. And then stop in the doorway, even smoother. Okay, there's a zombie at the shack there. When we came in here, I swear I heard a footstep off to the right, and then I neglected to look to the right. Ah, don't worry about that. That little guy? That belt just looks cooler. Okay. Zombie over there, zombie at the door. I think we're by ourselves. I would love this backpack if it were not that horrendous color. And I think we're decent insulation, right? Medium, yeah, so we'll stick with what we got. Okay. Not upset about that. Got a mag in it. Let's get you in place. And battery you up. That's kind of the status of this server too, is it's a little much sometimes. Like, we'll probably find another one. That probably won't be our only CR that we come across in here. Don't go through the wall. Hip pack. Goodbye, belt. Dunk. Okay, at least we got a chest plate in there. I don't know why. For some reason that bush looked very peculiar to me. Peculiar. Should do a population check here in a second. Yeah, okay, here's some dropped goodies. Boots with the fur. We will take this hunter backpack. What did you find that you discarded a hunter backpack? Especially in here. That was significant. I would prefer a better close range, but the It's really funny to walk in. I don't want it, but I'd like a better close range. Oh, here's a dropped MP5 on the ground. You rang? Is this still medium? That is high insulation. I kind of like this jacket, though. It's medium, so it's got to go eventually. It's got to go. But for now, it'll be alright. I don't think... He's very confused. I think this is our white hunter jacket guy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we check that over there. Okay, that was a little low. I was afraid I was gonna leg her. Nice sword. Oh, there we go. That's big here. Those are either in abundance or non-existent, and there's been really no in between. Okay. I think that was... Yeah, okay, that was me. I was about to say, the bush noise right there just got me good. Mace. X. I almost wonder if it... like a decent team, two to three came through. Because it's just an odd array of stuff dropped. This is where we get sniped from the hill. Yeah, I kind of picked like the worst position to fill the pot over there, but it's alright. Well, not like that really matters anyway. You can't see nothing. Someday, I say this every time I'm in a situation like this, and by situation I mean drinking or eating. Someday I'm gonna not be lazy and fix the thing. Don't drink. Stop drinking. Fix the thing I complain about, and that is the assets of food and drink not changing when you are manipulating them. So like the cooking pot with the lid on, or the cans of soda that still are closed when you drink them, so on and so forth. That's super important to gameplay, right? Like, nothing's more important than, how come this can of soda looks closed to me? I know. Nobody cares. I care. We care. Alright, let's get out here. Good stop. Basically what we needed. A decent upgrade for rifleage. What do we got in here? Hat. I think I want to grab this. This says worse storage if I'm remembering right. Stand still. Stand completely still while you pick it up. The entrance to a kind of a sub-military slash hunting. We'll keep our creepy mask on. Nothing bad ever happens when that happens. Alright, sun is also on its way down, so I need to remind myself to kick you guys some light as soon as it gets a little darker. It is best insulation though, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We'll be a little spiffier. I think we can drop our glow stick. Actually, we should keep that. That seems goofy, but if it's the only thing we end up with for a light source, if we want to go down in the tunnels, then we'll regret dropping that. All right. Looking sufficiently goofy with with our nice facial attire. It's about warmth, guys. It's not about fashion. Alright, so far so good. About a half an hour. We're not sufficiently fed, which again is a constant complaint, but I should have been... Oh, there's that collared dress too. I always do this thing where I'm like, you'll find rope, don't worry. You don't need to cut anything up. And then you never find rope. Or I'll cut clothes up and I'll get like the 11th rag and then there's a piece of rope right there. Ah, good old DayZ. Oh, I said I was going to check every once in a while. Let's bush real quick and check. What's our current population look like? Oh, okay. Exactly the same as it was when we got on half an hour ago. So still half full. which if you're unfamiliar with this map, half full on here versus half full on Cherno is nowhere near the same thing. But it could be. If the half full is on the other side and already on the snow side, then we'll make it all the way to the snow side without seeing a soul. And on the other hand, if the half full is all on this side, you can't take 2 steps without getting shot at. I wouldn't mind running into a couple people, just for sake really of brushing the dust off, if you will. Knocking the rust off, brushing the dust off. You know what I mean. Getting better. Through not death. Well, receiving. Anyway. Alright, popping down to the mine. We'll scope in the sheds and whatnot. Let me actually make sure my gamma filters are still... Yeah, okay. Still looks good. I need to work on them though. They are washing out a little bit. Which sucks because I wish I had a better setup for seeing what you guys see, because I have to turn my head like 45 degrees to see what's kicking out to you. So I'll have a gamma filter on, or 2 even, when it gets really dark, and just be running along, and all of a sudden the sun comes up and you're just watching washed out nonsense. But it happens, it happens. That's for folks who don't care to chat on a stream. I almost wish there was just like buttons that you guys could hit, like, can't hear you, stupid, or that looks like garbage. But it's okay. We will figure it out. I also haven't heard a single shot, so I don't know. Maybe they are all on the other side. Maybe they're waiting to deliver us the goodies that they have in their inventory. Kind of the only thing I care to acquire here. This is abnormally empty. I think we would have seen something in the few little sheds that we popped into. I thought that said military shorts. I'm like, those 2 things don't go together. Yeah, we do not worry about those, especially with our cargoes. I thought I heard you. Yeah, even the zombie aggro is pretty quiet to me. There we go. Stand still on the body. That works good. There's our food sorted for later. Yeah, I feel like I need to turn up game sounds, because that's usually on the louder side of a zombie aggro when you do it. So if I were to hear somebody else do that at a distance, I don't know that I would have picked up on it. My brain registered zombie, but then it immediately second-guessed itself. Like, are you sure? Do you know that you saw a zombie? Yes. Yes, we did, self. Give me that pate. Pate. Ooh. That's what I thought that was. Because now we have a leather kit, we have epoxy, and we have a gun cleaning kit. I would like a sewing kit, or duct tape if we can muster that up. I don't even have a shotgun, but we'll take that. Hopefully that went in the right spot. It did not. Being very cavalier also on our on our lootings, but it's on brand. Just kind of like how I'm going to take my hand away from the mouse while we approach arguably the most attractive part of this little POI to take a sip of tea. That's also on brand. Perfect time to hear a zombie half aggro also is when you're just walking forward. Oh, player there. I hope this zombie doesn't pick up on this. He just kind of sauntered in there like we've been doing. He's gonna see me though, is the other issue. If he didn't already. Oh, he's other side, okay. I thought he was inside. Down him. He has friends. This is going to be an issue. Yeah, this isn't great. Gonna have to go quite a long ways this way. I'd like to get around behind the barracks and at least get eyes on that dude. So that's why I thought the dude went in the barracks there, because he's not alone. 3 maybe? Maybe 3? At least 2 for sure. Ah, this sucks. This was a bad choice. I have to go so far down here before I can get on the other side of the rocks, but now I'm committed. At least I know I'm safe too. The zombies won't know where I'm at, and those guys won't either, because none of them actually saw me. I think he was dead. Did he have a press vest on? He might have had protection, so it might have just knocked him. Wasn't an instant down, so. But that's not bad. 35-ish minutes in. At least a shot on a player. I won't call a kill just in case, but I kind of want to get ballsy and see if we can make it up here. I don't know where/if there are spots you can get up on the rocks here. We're just wasting time that I could be running around, but if we can make it up right here, that would be sweet. It's not looking like it. Because then our back is to the guys that are sprinting after us. Yeah, okay. Nobody said we were going to play smart all the time. Or at all. Now the only thing they would have seen is they would have seen the zombies come like towards the rocks. So they would have known roughly which direction I ran. Alright, this for sure is going to get us up there, right? Yeah, so I do need to be wary. They could have run right behind the barracks and they'd be up above already. Crap, this is definitely not where I want to be. Yeah, they could be directly in front of me here, kind of peeking this way. 2 or 3, they've only heard 1 shot. They kind of know which direction. I'll probably just hold it, realistically. They're not that far from a spawn. Couple spawn points that he could just run back. No way. This is where map knowledge will either save you or get you killed. Because I should have known you can't get up there, but I can think of, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 times of getting into fights here. But like I said, it's always the barracks. This spot is the barracks. The mine, like actually in the mine proper, gotten in some shootouts there, but man, that sucks. Yeah, ultimately this keeps us safe. And I don't think I'm in the right recency of experience spot to be trying to take, you know, on a 3-man. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still going to loop her back around because there's not really anywhere else to go. This is bringing me all the way damn near the water. Let's just take care of this guy. I don't think he would have been an issue, but let's give them some evidence so when they start running this way to find us, that they go, yep, he went this way, keep going. Let's also take this very safe opportunity to walk slowly and reload. I'm not going to pretend like I'm any type of expert, but that's always my my DayZ tip that I've kind of get, I don't know, probably slightly obnoxious about on Reddit with people. It's a game, man. Just have fun. Take the shot. Try it out. You don't have to do this like, oh, but you're not hiding in the trees constantly and never stand still and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, okay, sure. You're probably going to increase your chances of not getting shot. But like nothing decreases that to 0. So just play. It's a game. If I get blasted right now, actually I should go I should step back just a little bit further than I am. If I get blasted right now, we start over. Like, who cares? It's not like you built you know, your family's house by hand, and your kids knocked over a, I don't know, something. I was gonna go with a candle. What is this, the 1800s? Your kids plug in too many things into a power strip and burn that house down that you built by yourself. Like, you've been playing the game for 40 minutes. It's not like, you know, this isn't blood, sweat, and tears. This has been fun up to this point. And honestly, being away for a couple weeks, shooting a dude, if the team gets us, I'm still happy with this life. That being said, the smart thing would be go that way and get out of here, but especially because I don't know how far down the barracks are. You know, the other thing I should have tested out too, this is a new headset, and there's been an issue on Rust where it's not been like my primary input device. So I should have made sure I could voice chat before I potentially encounter some fellas that otherwise maybe wouldn't murder me immediately. Okay. There's no way I already passed the barracks, did I? Is that them down there? Yeah, there's the fee checks. Okay. Dead zombie there. So I think what happened is they probably came in from the left here. See, as them, I would have pulled back up here. Been watching down the hill. I'm not going to be able to see shit from here, though. That's the problem. So I'm going to have to be stupid and move up. Yeah, I would have moved up here and just held. Unless the dude got up. If the dude got up, they could just keep trucking, but I think I've said keep trucking more than once today. What's happening? Who am I? What's happening to me? Yeah, the amount of time that I took to wheel around, like it's more likely they're somewhere watching me than me being able to actually see them anywhere. Because his body would be, if we're calling the barracks on the left number 1, and the middle one number 2, I think he's between 1 and 2 there. If he's dead. I don't think he's dead though. I think I knocked him and he would have come back up. Is that a zombie? You were holding the alt key, so that doesn't help. That candy cane looking pipe there, I swear was a zombie standing there. Guess this monitor isn't as good as I thought. Okay, if I were good at this game, I'd be more patient and we would wait a little bit longer, but you know what? I'm just not. Having come from my right though and running all the way up, if they were around, I think we would have seen them. Other thing they could have done, which I would probably do too. Yeah, okay. I don't even think I'm going to be able to see the body if he's still sitting there. Laying there, rather. Unless we get dangerously close. Like, stupidly close, like this. But the other thing I would do is run up into the building. Yep, there we go. It's from behind. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that's to be expected. Restart, we go again. That's funny. So they did exactly what I was talking about, just in the wrong area. So one guy was back up behind. That first shot was from behind. And then I think the dude who killed us was one of the two that was running up. So they were still in the area waiting to see. The other thing I usually tell myself I'm going to do is quit every time when there's not a queue. Just to see, like, hey, did you kill that guy? But, I mean, that one, we know we didn't kill him. There were still definitely the 3. Orange armband, guys. Let's eat our plum. See, like this spawn, I recognize it, the two cabins by themselves, but I couldn't tell you what side that is. Handgun scope. 9mm. There we go. That's what I didn't have set up earlier. Oh, come on, man. I'm even doing the cheesy tablet. Gas. Slap that on our cool face. It's bandit time. No, okay. Caps lock is default, right? And I guess that doesn't actually tell you if... Oh, okay. This is Tuscarora. With, Spiky Tower, as we've come to call it. In the distance there. Okay, I thought she was mad. This seems like too many zombies for me to spawn that quick, but... It's single hit cut night, I suppose. So we are opposite side of the map. So at least our orange armband friends shall not... PU scopes are the scope of the night, I guess. Shall not be an issue. Steak knife, okay. Well, that's way cooler looking. It's not, but it'll do. And for lack of a better hat... Yeah, I think this is Tuscarora. One of those type, ooh, hunter pants. What do you got in it? Okay, we'll take the Mark II. I don't care for the 3.8. Well, crap. Let me ditch some ammo, even though I don't have anything. I also just tried to swap my... I'm gonna wear these pants as a shirt, apparently. Thermal shirt. I picked it up, I like that. I picked it up before I had any idea if it was better than what I was wearing. Just give me that shirt. We'll try it. See if it fits. Alright, we are close to gamma-ing. If I don't keep saying it, I'm gonna forget it for sure. There we go, hiking jacket, crossbow. Don't know if we'll ever have as many bolts as we just lost, but it's okay. Does this have a bolt? Perhaps it does. We're looking very interesting. Have that toddler stumbled out of the house? Yeah, Tuscarora. Stumbled out of the house having dressed ourselves. We'll forgo the pitchfork for the time being. Is that Grandma? It's Auntie. Auntie. Didn't know if there was going to be a player in here. I don't know why I had that thought for a second. The only closed door, maybe. Granny. Shush. I was going to say, I think I shot her in a not so nice place for her. We went into that house, right? We come from that way? I feel like we did. Yeah. Yeah, we already did this. Okay. Check this. Shoot Auntie. Get some sips on, and then we'll get on out of here. So Tuscarora spawn with Spiky Tower in sight is basically right to the military. It's pretty good. And then we'll go up to the tower. Over the top is the city. And then we'll head across the river to the hunting camp. I don't know what that camp's called over there, but that's on the agenda. Sipping in Z is always a real life reminder. Get your sips on. You know, I forgot to check. With the new computer came streaming in 1080p, but I kind of forgot to make sure that that was actually happening for you. I think YouTube throttles it automatically, but at least over on Twitch I'll be able to take a look. We're going to stand here at the well and relinquish all our current progress just so I can look at an arbitrary number based on your internet connection. All good decisions tonight. No, I think we'd made the fun decision, I'll call it. We went to go see if we could make anything else happen. Pretty much assuming, like a hard assumption. I'm going to be tabbed out here for just a second while I check on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not fast enough to double check the quality of that, so I'll do that post-stream there. Yeah, we knew that that dude probably wasn't dead. We knew what their tactics would have been. But like I said, it was the fun decision. It would have been super cool if we would have run back and they would have been like right in front of us trying to set up that same situation. And then we could have gotten at least another shot in, you know. Inevitably, we probably would have been killed anyway. Like I said, this server is looty enough where it's not like, you know, you don't run around and go, oh my god, oh, okay, you know, there's an M4 in the spawn area. But at the same time, like, those dudes probably all had rifles. So the likelihood of us not getting schmacked at some point was pretty low. Ooh, just munching away, full guts. Let's do some rearranging here. But yeah, we could have like shot that dude. That big long wrap that we did back to like into the mine area. We could have just run down to the water, and then they would have been none the wiser. We would have never seen them again. But what fun was that? We would be alive. That's what fun that is. Nah. Who needs to live? And, insert some profound statement about, you know, how much you lived before you died type situation. You could picture it, right? You can imagine something cool being said about that philosophy, rather than the fact that we just played too sloppy and got shot. One of those sounds better than the other. Military shorts, PU scopes. I feel like there's also another constant for tonight. More 22. Not mad about that. Food is going to be the challenge on this. So it's going to force us to go into town, which I'm not a huge fan of. But we can hit the fire station, a couple of little shops for food type stuffs. I think we're going the right way. It's always funny because I always lose sight of the tower, which it's like the most prominent thing on the horizon until it's not. I think this this path will take care of us, though. Because you kind of second guess yourself the whole time you're running towards the tower until you see it again, and you're like, oh, okay, there it is, yep. I mean, I didn't just have that moment. That's a quote for a time when we actually know where we're going here. Well, this should be east, right? If we're heading the correct direction, which I think we are. It'd be a really big bummer to turn around and see the tower in the distance there, but yeah, I think it's actually a little further to our left, but we'll see what's up here. I'm very interested to grab some clips out of this recording too, because if I did set it up right, which I don't know if I change it to 1080p or not, but anyway, yeah, that'll be interesting to see how much more I can zoom in and stuff like that on clips. I think I veered too much right. I think I need to go that way. I thought he was aggroed for a second. He did have his arms out. Well, that would have been a cool hunting vest, but... Oh, bag though. Nope. Ruined it all. Good job. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we're on the right track. I think we're okay. We'll find out. T-shirt. T-shirts. There we go. A little bit of yum-yums. Battery. You know when you're pretty sure about something? Do we want to rope? Yeah, let's do it. We'll find more for the potential fishing that will eventually take place. You just give yourself confirmation bias, like, yeah, it's that way, right? And then you immediately second guess, and then immediately tell yourself again, no, yeah, that's it, that's correct. You got this. That's the right way. I guess I could be, you know, eating. Nobody cares about rubber slugs. Okay. I don't remember the road this long. I think I veered too far to the right. I think I need to go this way for the military. Because there's a road that goes to the front, but it's like, it's kind of odd. And it is on the other side of some rocks. I don't think it would be this close off the road though either. We'll just go up this way. Make me feel better about my poor choices of direction. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good, we're good. So you just constantly question yourself, and eventually something will show you that, yeah, you're correct. So sun is coming up. I thought sun was going down. It's just like that awkward, not bright. Here's the road I was thinking about. Right? Does that make sense? We'd be going east? Kind of northeast from spawn? Who knows? We'll see. We shall see. The other thing I don't know about tonight is when this server restarts. But we've already crossed the point when I think... Now in 2 minutes here, it might give the restarting in 30. And if that's the case, we'll just call it a night at server restart. That is the direction we're going. I think the military is on the other side of these rocks. Like right over here. Should be coming up. Yep. Okay. So that shot sounded a little further than the tower. It might have been in town. Let's see what we got in here. Yeah, I wasn't close enough to those dudes at any of those moments to kind of really check out the directional sound in this headset. I think it's good though. 16 slot military sweater, that sucks. Let's take that vest for now. We're gonna need all the storage we can get for all the goodies that'll be in here, right? There we go. Plus it's a cool looking down jacket. Alright, I was a little... worried isn't the right word. Suppressor's good. Considerate of the fact that there were none of these guys. Where did that even go? It went like through him. Ricochet bolt. Come on. I don't even know what is on this. Oh, the handgun scope. I didn't even know you could do that. That must be a this server thing. Come on, dude. We don't really have time for this. Thought I shot his bootay, but I did not. Oh, come on, man. Let's just take this thing off. This thing is, well, I was gonna drop it. That's probably not the best move. Don't we have... No. No. That's the same one. Ooh. Now, at this stage of the game, I'd prefer warmth. Salt bag. Sorry, backpack, but you're already going. You know, I don't know the answer to this. Can I break this down for the rope? Yeah, cool. let me just poke my head out at the window. Make sure they get a good solid shot. Hey, I think I saw a guy in there. Yeah, there's his head. Gas station pants. Bison? With the PSO on it. We're not going to use it unless we find the means to do so. Hunter pants. Yeah, okay. Not that I'm in love with these, but the color's kind of cool. Pattern. Leave those on the stairs so people know for a fact I was here. A calling card, if you will. It's the pants on the stairs guy. I knew he was in here. That's the garbage one. I don't think... I mean, there's stuff here. Spectre's good. 45 rounds. We'll take an extra knife. What do we have with a down jacket? So I'm not worried about that. I do want... Shit. Wish I had something to fix those with. Badly damaged with nothing to fix. We'll ditch them for now. A potential later regret, but we'll see. There we go. There we go. Little USG action. I will take that just because we have the bison on our back. Damaged. As soon as I say that, I'm kind of thinking that no, I don't care. Because we can throw the suppressor on it. Does it take the Spectre? Yeah, that's pretty good. We just got some 45. Get rid of that, get rid of that. 8 shots. Nothing too crazy, but... Hey, it shoots and it's quiet, so... I'm gonna leave it on semi-auto. Hopefully I remember that fact. Now, I'm assuming... that is going to mean that there's goods elsewhere. There's 3 more shots for us. That is a much better bag. Perfect. I guess I can, you know, pretend like I'm worried about other people being around. Thought I heard some steppies there, but apparently not. I'd like to get out of this building before I load that up. That zombie scared the crap out of me. Did he go in that barracks? He wasn't running, so I'm not overly worried about it, but it's a little strange. We'll take that for later. Or we'll take it for the crossbow since it slapped it on top. Ooh. Okay. Was there bacon too? Where's the bacon? Where's the bacon? There's the AK rounds. Oh. I'm like, it's hidden. No. No, it was not. Oh, it's the same. It's the same. Okay. We'd much rather have this low profile, darker color bag than the big tan boy there. We will... Oh. I will take the tanker helmet. I know it's not as good a protection, but insulation is going to be important until we can find like an assault. I don't know what I thought that was, but I was very excited about it. That's just assault, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to get the hairs raising on the back of my neck. Better shape. I feel like we've been here for just a touch too long. 2 cans of bacon is fantastic. Warsaw mount. I don't really care about that. I kind of want that helmet. P5 I don't care about. More AK, flashbang. Regular assault. What do you got? Baked beans. We're racking up the yum-yums. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling. I'm starting to get that feeling like we're not going to walk out of here. I should take that. As soon as, because I'm not taking that, we're going to get to the end of here. This is what's going to happen. This is my prediction. We're going to get to the end of this little camp. And there will be a universal flashlight. I think that was just a bison there. Ooh. We'll take you. Oh my god. That's not pristine, is it? No. I'm gonna take it off and get shot. Give me that. Give me that. I don't know if we have knives. I feel like we've picked up a bunch of knives, but getting greedy. Getting greedy. Yeah, just bison. Alright, let's get out of here. I feel unsafe. So let's do a long animation where we slow down and expose ourselves. And then, and then slowly walk. All the hallmarks of a true player. A guy who really knows what he's doing. But I'd much rather come up to the tower here. Although I guess we'll hit the police shack prior to the tower. Yeah, I'd much rather come up this way with a gun that's fully loaded, especially if those dudes are. I mean, they wouldn't be here at this point. That shot was quite a while ago at this juncture. So I fully expected to get the server will restart in 30. So I think with either, I don't know, the difference in how long it's been and me remembering this server, but I think it's going to be a perfect time that it won't restart for the entire session, which is good because this is the same server that I'll be playing for the foreseeable for saturDayZ, at least while we're doing Deadfall. I think I'm gonna give you guys a shot of gamma here. Yeah, that's not too abrasive for you. We don't have a vest yet either, do we? Crap! And when our field vest is full of shit. Yeah, we've got 2 vests. Got one there and one there. I think we'll be alone here. Think we're alone now. Don't you wanna hear me sing you a song? Are we really shooting the bush? Like, is that really what's preventing that? Now he's gonna come in here. I'm gonna miss the shot. Oh, don't run. Can't even hit you standing still. Where'd you go? Nothing like hesitating. I was gonna go, we have epoxy, right? No, not in this life you don't. Before we go out there, let's just take all this stuff out. Click, 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 click. I thought that's what that was. Some grooves. Oh my goodness. Did we get a leather kit? Is that this life? Quick look around. No. God, she scared me. She was just like so nonchalant about it. Just walking down the street. What's up? Check out my backpack. Yeah, the radio station there is like Mosin City. Was that on us? Okay. He's like up on something. Where is he? What? We're transporting zombies. That's awesome. I was like, we saw him, right? Like, I'm not making up that I just looked at a zombie through the, like, the window there. Yes. Yes, we did. I'm not super thrilled about the number of zombies. Usually there's like 4. Okay, they're here. It helps if you hit your first shot. Where'd the other one go? Oh my god. You, ma'am. Just frightened me so bad. Like, I knew she was there, but the way she sprinted around and didn't make any zombie noise, just chop, 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 chop. That's a zombie run, by the way, if you were if you were wondering what that was. I still am too. The new run noise. Everyone, it's gonna catch up. Everyone's gonna be doing it. Yeah, then I heard somebody running. Chop, 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 chop. All right. I'll stop. Let's go up the tower. I'd like to get a nibble in. Eat some more bacon. See our bag. I think the only, I don't know why, I've got this weird sense that somebody's here, even though there's like, all zombie roads anyway point to that not being the case. I think our rifle potential has already passed us by. No, I think what we're gonna do though, well, we'll see. We'll see. We have food. I don't even want to go into town at this point. We'll just bypass it and go to the camp. So I think what we'll do, time-based here, we'll go across the river. We'll go to the hunting camp. We'll sack and pillage. And then I think we'll go just outside of it and we'll call it a night. That way next week, pretty sure I'm off next week on Friday. Ooh, we're taking that for sure. We can pick it back up outside the camp and then reloot. I don't know why I'm going. I can go check that after the fact. Okay, we kind of have a little bodyguard there at the front walk. He'll check IDs and such. Potentially scream for us. Let us know. That's what I thought. I was about to say it had stuff in it. It's kind of funny. We got t-shirts. Well, this stuff's not supposed to be here. Our face wear for this evening has been something else. I love how I have all these splody throwables, but none of them are ready for use. Okay. It is not our... Oh, okay. We need to, doop. We don't have any more bolts for it anyway, so crossbow going away. Put that on your back. It's not our cooking pot, but it will do. You know what, let's do that. We're gonna want bacon later. Now, bacon later. We're probably gonna end up just donating all those yummy treats to somebody, but you know what, that's the game. With 3 knives, I think we can lose the steak knife. I'll take that though. Oh, I need to eat a can. Eat a can. I hate not having a can opener. I don't know what it is about it. I just like... I don't know. Maybe that's my level of immersion with DayZ. Like, I don't feel like I'm playing it any other way unless... Like, oh, You can with a knife. You barbarian. I'm 50-50 on how I feel about going into town. We're not going to, but as we pass it, I should have said. Because despite getting murdered quite readily by the armband trio, I think that quick little engagement was fun. Even though it was a shot, hide, get shot. We didn't hide. We ran. There's a difference. I was very stuttery there when I was running up. So I'm like, oh, am I wearing... These are combat gloves, right? I think so. They look very wool, though. Was combat gloves last time? No, they're combats. God, that scared me. You know, I'm like, do we go into town and for the sake of the fight? And then we can restart fresh? But I'm like, no, don't do that. Because your last fight, you did so well? Wrong way. This way. Yeah, there's even the pipe. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. If you hang in far enough right. Is that on me? No. No, it had to have been. Why didn't she chase, though? That's super weird. It's like she aggroed and then immediately gave up. Yeah, I saw her, and then when she aggroed, I was like, oh, that's gotta be on us. But then she hung out. She's like, nah, it's cool, man. Sorry I yelled at you. Do your thing. Now, I'm tempted to go in for the fire station for mask and filters. But again, this server being slightly more looty, I don't think we need to. I think if we do an incubation run, and then maybe down to the prison if we haven't gotten them by then. That sounds like a scared deer. Okay, let's go. Let's skip it. Yeah, there's the pipe. We'll just head right for the pipe. We should go through town because I also don't have any water, but it's fine. Worst case scenario, next week when we re-loot the hunting camp, we could come back across. I hate going backwards, but we could do it. Ultimately, I think what we'll end up doing is getting multivitamins at incubation, so we'll be alright. Plus, I'd prefer if we had control over it, which obviously we don't always, as we saw earlier. Kind of doing more of an episodic stream. You know, if we can have this obviously being day 1, where we can do like the civilian side, and then day 2 is the military side, and then 3 is like passage and so on and so forth. Just feels like a better sense of progression. We had our death out of the way, so that won't likely happen again. Also, it'll be a good time to end stream, because it's about to get dark. My east-west confusion earlier has proved incorrect, and the sun is indeed going down. Yeah, hopefully the hot bar isn't too washed out for you. I think I went too far right here. What buildings are we looking at? Yeah, we're okay though. Yeah, it looks like that's okay. I know I said I wasn't going to come in here, but there's 2 things right here, and this potentially is a head torch. If we could nail that out of here, that would be very big. House car leaving. House car, bang. Oh, oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was a 64. That's a good looking bag though. It's not the like the neon teals and such. That's just like, what, skinny jeans? Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come into the forest. I know I've skirted around town and was aiming right at the... Okay, here we go. I was about to say, but I don't recognize any of the stuff we passed. Alright, one more building. God, it's getting tough to see. Locked door? Odd, right? Open door. Open door. I just slowly wheeled around the corner like, hello? Is anyone here? Shemag. Okay. Just get out of here. Just get out of here. I don't know why this feels so odd to me. Yeah, there's that pipe. So the pipe we're looking across is right in front of us. Probably because it's quite so dark. Alright, second game is coming your guys' way. I apologize about the inventory and the hotbar. I do need to spend a little bit more time cleaning those up now that I'll be streaming this again. Some of the game we used Gamma the other day, the same filter, and it just looked better on it because it was, you know, kind of pre-set up for this, just not optimized for it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how successful of a loot run we'll be doing on the camp. Again, the biggest issue right now is a secondary screen with the streamy stuff on it is just blinding me from the right. But that's alright. What do we say we were looking at? In about 7-ish minutes. However long it takes to clear this camp out, realistically. This camp has been another oddly active spot for fights. I mean, it makes sense. It's a big hunting camp, but I don't know, you usually just see small stones over here and don't really expect to see humans, but it has been known to happen. The other thing I will regularly forget to do is turn the gamma filters off. So then come Friday, it'll be Quest for Glory 5, and it'll just be like this white blur of a screen. I'll remember. I will remember. And that looks good. I can certainly see that. It's not too bad yet. Hopefully this is as dark as it gets, because realistically it's not great at the moment. If I saw somebody run by, I don't know that I would know that. Okay, 2 plus ups. A comeuppance? Do I not have a bunch? Yeah, I've got a decent amount of ammo. Don't know why I didn't load this earlier. I guess I was worried about BKing rather than CRing. And then we might as well crack these 3 in here. Cool. Get yourself in there. I don't think... Because this is for AKs, right? Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I've got nothing that can go on that. Alright, this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to cheat and look over at your guys' screen. I just saw the YouTube stream, though, there, of me in the inventory. Man, that looks terrible on your guys' screen. At least that I can still see. Hopefully I'm going the right way here. I just kind of, like, aimed in the general direction of where it is. I kind of feel like I've gone too far, though. Yeah, there it is. I gotta, like, hold my hand up like I'm blocking the sun out. It's like one of those little take with you on the road laptop monitors that you plug into the USB-C. So I never alter any settings with it. That doesn't help at all. Just to the left of that house right there, that looks like a dead zombie, but it might be just garbage. Don't hear anything. Problem is I don't see any zombies in this field either. There's usually one like... Is that one in front of the... Okay, that's probably for us. Let's move. One of those things will kill us if we just stand here. I do have the USG with the suppressor, so I'm not worried about it. Plus, it's nighttime. People will be unawares of where that was. So, coming here in the dark, I missed the cabin that's down the hill here. But that's okay. Like I said, we'll just kind of work our way up. That's what I thought. I'm telling you guys, the headset noises are... I wasn't sure if that was a player. Like, I get the idea of the open backs. You know, it's like, oh, what does the commercials say, or the advertisements? Something like, oh, you know, it's an open sound stage for clarity. I'm like, yeah, it is, but it also makes it way quieter. Okay, that's good. We can fix our vest. Kind of want to take a second, because the wolves should be slightly more visible with being white-furred boys. Let's stay up here a second, because if the wolves do... Oh, good find. That's why you tab loot. I hate it, but that's why you do it. I feel like it's brighter in here, too. It's way brighter on your guys' screen, especially. Anyway, blabbing about headphones. Sure, the open back, like, it sounds more natural. I'll agree with that. But, yeah, it's so quiet. I have my volume up to, like, 72. So if somebody shotguns us in the face, I might just poo the chair. That's not a normal, I should specify. That's not what normally happens. Yeah, but like a distant zombie aggro, I think that would be lost on me with these right now. Is that 2 gun cleaning kits? That's very big. Very good, very good. I also find it interesting, 2 parts. 1, we have not seen or heard wolves yet. 2, we haven't heard any shots if those weren't our wolves. But I think they were. This is a pretty common spot to get wolfed up on. We'll see what's up with that. And lucky for you, unless I take a sip or do some embarrassing coughing or sneezing or something, the mic is always on. So when the wolves jump out of nowhere and make me jump out of my skin... Patrol pants, high, medium. Like when we sit in the corner and hang out, just swapping pants. I need to take the ammo out of the Colt. I think I might as well... I don't know. I was going to say I might as well ditch the Colt mags, but I think ultimately if I can get a Colt silenced on a holster... Okay, here's all the zombies that have been long lost. I'd prefer that over the USG taking up a shoulder spot. This is not something I want to take like into the maze or anything like that either. Unless you don't really have any other options. Peanuts. Ooh, is that Hunty? There we go. Now we're ready to lose this to somebody. Yeah, sounds, guys. The sounds are throwing me. It was my footsteps, I think, but it was just echoing just enough. Okay. I can see her shirt. Okay. Click. Ah, the favorite sound. The sound of failure. Yo, Ollie, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I'm sorry. I think I missed, Okay, I didn't miss you too bad. My ghost chat is not set up properly. I just caught the first year message there. Just got Resident Evil 1, played a bunch of DayZ today too off Resident Evil 1. Uh Resident Evil 1, man, I don't even think that I don't even remember Resident Evil 1. I think 2 was the first time that I had slapped into the old PlayStation. That's good stuff, brother. You were telling me about your Cherno run, but I was cutting you off because we were bailing out last night. I'm excited to hear it. I'm glad they're wearing these blue shirts, otherwise I would not. Oh, okay. There's one there too, hunting zombie, I think. God. Somebody turn on the lights. Did that have stuff in it? No. I got a sick kill today on a guy in Severograd. Then I fell and broke my leg. Oh, that's awesome. That's Z, isn't it? Oh, there they are. Our friends have arrived. Let's go to the next spot. I think they were just behind the house there. Yeah, we are. Ooh! That's not the real door. Where's the real door? I see a gun. Oh my goodness. Ooh, jumped on my skin on that one. I knew they were there. Why is that the scariest stuff when you know that they're right here? They're a cute little jump back and forth though. You have friends, I know. Oh, don't gun raise right now. Come on. Come on, pups. Alright, I think that's it. So that's a little worrisome because that probably means they were leftovers from somebody else. You're going for the passage and everything. Not tonight. We're about to hop off. I don't really need another hunting. This one's got pristine, right? No. We're about to call it for the night. So I think the plan is to finish looting the camp here. And then just find a bush outside. And then call, like, day one, kind of the start. Let's just nonchalantly walk out. That'll work out well for us. Day one will kind of be the start. And then day two we'll call, like, the mill side. And then we'll prep for the passage on day two next week. I think that's the intended plan. We took a shot earlier at a trio, knocked one guy, and then didn't play it smart. And we, like, oh, head torch, huge. We wrapped around rather than being smart and leaving. So that ended triumphantly. We murdered all of them and and left all the way to where we are now. No, we got killed and had to restart. But here we are. Where? Oh, I passed it. Isn't there an outhouse? Yeah, there it is. Why did you pick that up? Are you gonna use that? Do you want a Mosin bayonet? Have you been you've been looking for that the entire run? This is a cool spot. Not many people go over there. Yeah, I think I was chatting about it right before you came in. It's almost always empty, or there's like a trio in here. The last video on YouTube, there's me leaving this when I was playing with Morgan, and I was running down the hill. What was that? Glow stick. And as I was leaving, so I had looted the entire thing, just like this, you know, just kind of nonchalantly doing my thing. And as I was leaving, somebody took a shot at me. But it's in a YouTube video, so clearly I smoked both of them. Nobody puts their failures in a YouTube video. I think that's it. Okay. It's dark as shit, though. That's the problem. I do want to go down the way. There's the other one. The other shack by the beach with the picnic table. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in the damn dark, though. That's the problem. So I think I'll just kind of like... We'll point this way. Worst case, we'll end up at the clearing where we'll see the lake. And then we'll hit that up. I played Deadfall like a week ago and had some good fun. Dude, I love this map. People are like, oh, you have to play, you know, Cherno is the original. You gotta do Cherno, you gotta do Cherno. And I like Cherno, but I think there's something about this that, like, you have most of the same parts. What's that over there? Is that the picnic table? Or am I hooking too far to the right? We'll try and go that way and see if we're on the right track here. Most of the same parts of Cherno, right? Like, you're still trying to get gear, you're still trying to survive, but there's, like, a very specific goal the entire time. Is this the one down the hill? Yeah, this is Shack down the hill. Or is this the pub? I still don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, this is the bunker. Okay. Did I did I go the right way? Where the hell did we just end up? Yeah, we'll leave the Nuckies. So between... Oh, shit. This is what I was talking about debating. We'll take it for now. Because we'll... now we have a good reason to ditch the USG. Those are the pants we just left. So you get the PvP if you want it. You get kind of the looty, survival-y bits. Oh, yeah, okay. We're on track. So if this is the water... Is that the boathouse? I think we're way too far right. Yeah, there's the shack. So we missed the picnic table, but no big deal. You get all those parts, and then also this cool story, not storyline. I mean, you know, it's kind of goofy when you think about it. Just in case the folks over on YouTube aren't familiar, I won't go into what develops, but it's like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You know, like you have this like pretty straightforward usual storyline when you hit these other maps. Okay, Banov does it too, right? But like, you know, you're getting into alien shit on Banov. This one, you're like, wait, what? Not that that didn't spoil it or anything. This is the most detailed modded map by far. I would let's nerd out on that for a minute. I would say it's the most unique because it has its own assets and sound effects and stuff like that, right? Well, so now just what the point I'm about to make. Yeah, it's CR City today. But I think Deer Isle probably takes the cake for that. I've got a hunting scope, so I'm not worried about that. But we will obviously take the shooties. Deer Isle, though, the only thing that I'm disappointed with, and I've not made it myself, but just seen other people do it, the end game. Like, obviously just getting to the aircraft carrier and getting the snow owl and then calling it a map, like, you could have. I mean, that's kind of what this does, right? Like, you get the maker and that's it. But I hate how it's like this like portal, you know, feel. I mean, obviously it's not the feel. It's like literally where the inspiration came from. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm glad there's something, and I like how they shake it up a little bit with like having to balance the zombies and the coolant and blah 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 blah. But anyway, that's a complaint for another time. When we basically get sick of dying and not making the quests on here, I think Deer Isle is where we'll head next. Okay, there is another hunting cabin. Is that it? Did I just see the... It's like directly up from that feed stand that we just came from, which is right there. So maybe we have to go this way a little bit more. I'm about to head torch. Give ourselves away. There we go. There's the roof. The end game is nuts. Yeah, just have you ever been? Have you made it that far? I think since the update, well, not even since the update. I don't need to qualify on it. I've only ever made it. Holy shit, we have so many CR mags now. That's good. I've only ever made it to like Alcatraz and had the key card in my hands, but I've never made it out of Alcatraz with anything to show for it. Let's go to the picnic table. I don't want to log here. I think we'll get a better sense, like if we log in next week, kind of at the picnic table. I don't know if I'll be able to find it though. I didn't even remember that bunker was up here. I made it to the Arctic and fell to my death and never tried again. That's the thing that's what's funny to me, because I've never been to the temples. Maybe I've been to the swamp temple. But yeah, you go all that way and then you're doing like the jump puzzles and stuff, and then you just end your run. But it is hard to get going on that. Like, it is a slog to get from start even to Alcatraz, even when you know like the way to run and swim and hopefully find a boat. Like, even to get back over there is a drag sometimes. But That's the game, isn't it? There's, I think, always this weird zombie, like, what are you doing here? Kind of like the, over on the snow side. Well, there's an unintended spoiler for YouTube folks, but if you're here, you probably know. There's an industrial zombie that, like, I'm pretty sure accidentally spawns. Is that a megaphone or a white backpack? What are we looking at over there? I have a hunting scope on the CR, but I forgot. And I could just walk up. It's a trash can. That's, it's trash. Coif and baseball bat. The baseball bat seems odd. There shouldn't be two things there. Okay, it's gonna be really hard to find this in the dark. So I might just have to, like, get into a tree that looks like it's good. Nah, we'll just go back up to the camp, which hopefully we can find. I actually need to find it, because if I log out not facing the right way, I'm going to get us lost next week. That's got to be it up there. I think I at least saw the rocks from it. Is this the trail? Yeah. It's too much for me. That's the thing that's, if you get a really good long run, you know, you make it like power plant or something significant, you get some stuff, and then you make it a little bit further, then you're like, oh, this is going really well, and then like Oceanville or whatever that is before you cross over to the east, that's where you die. You're like, I don't want to do all that. Like, everybody spawns in the same spot. You're going to do all that all over again. That's the only thing that's a bit of a bummer, but I do the same thing with that when I stream it anyway, that I do on here, and I pick one that's not particularly a high population. This is the dumbest spawn, or the log spot ever, but we're going to do it. I think I have to click you an intro screen manually because I think it's still messed up. Professional streamer stuff right there. I have to tab out, stop the audio, and then manually get the intro screen to click over. There we go. That's how pros do it. All right, guys, we're logging out there. We'll keep the game audio on for you just in case you hear some shooty shoots, but I really doubt that's going to happen. GG's, man. I'm going to bed also. Hey, Ollie, good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate seeing you. I'll have to pop in and see you at some point. I think we either stream at the same time or don't, and I have not been rating, admittedly, out. So, but yeah, brother, appreciate you. Hope to see you again soon. That's where we're going to call it for tonight. We've got, oh, I was like 58 minutes. We've been alive longer than 58 minutes. Well, not the other guy, maybe. Not this guy. Anyway, we've got back to normal schedule for this week. I don't think work is going to interfere it. We'll see if that happens and play it by ear. But that means Friday is back to Quest for Glory 5 for another Back in My Day Friday. We're, I would say, probably halfway through that on day 7, which is kind of crazy. That's a much longer game than the other ones are. But I've been enjoying the banter, not so much the game. We're kind of slogging through it. But it's the end of the series, so we got to finish it up. What are you going to do? And then if you're not interested in that, we'll be right back here for another Deadfall next Saturday for another saturDayZ. And if you're watching this at a later date, I'm elderb. Take care.